This is Smallsy Surgery.
Tonight's guest, his name's David Higgins. He is zooming in from London. He's the personal trainer to the Barbie movie cast, including Margot Robbie, Ryan Gosling, and his abs. His celeb clients include Angelina Jolie, Scarlett Johansson, Richard Madden. Let's get sexy, everyone. Here we go.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
Watch me.
David, thank you for jumping on the show, man.
No worries at all. Thanks for having me.
No, absolutely. Hey, everyone wants to talk to you because everyone wants rock hard abs like Ryan Gosling and the figure of Barbie, aka Margot Robbie. And is it fair to say you are a man partially responsible for getting those two into the shape they are?
I mean, there's a lot of genetics involved, but I'll say partial. I'll take that as a win.
Okay, now you've popped my bubble straight up. But you just said genetics are involved. Are you telling me that no matter how hard you train, you may never get a popping six pack like Ken if the genetics are not on your side?
No, I just think it's going to be harder for someone if they really want to go for that way. But listen, I never say never. If you put the work in, the consistency, you're going to be okay.
Now tell me, what is your story? How did you end up posting a photo with Margot Robbie on Instagram with the planking challenge, and it's suddenly just gone viral and everybody on the internet is talking about it?
It was a little bit weird, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It kind of went a bit crazy. I've known Margot since Tarzan days back in 2015. We met on the set of Tarzan, and I was working with Samuel Jackson at the time. And we got on and started looking after Margot and kind of had started, working with her ever since, really.
Nice. So would it be fair to call you celebrity personal trainer, or do you do just normal people and not just celebrities all the time?
Just personal trainer is fine.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm going to roll with celebrity personal trainer because I was stalking you. I don't think there is, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but I was looking. You are responsible for the physiques of quite a number of celebrities who've had what we would call a glow up. Like one day they walk, you see them looking, not that they're out of shape or whatever, but and then the next minute they've got a popping six pack and they're shirtless in a movie and they're superheroes on the big screen, and then it turns out you were behind the scenes training them and telling them what to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's been a bit of a fairy tale ride over the last few years with a couple of the guys and the girls that I've been lucky enough to work with. So it's nice to get some. It's nice to sort of, when you see them on the screen, you're like, oh, there you go, all the hard work's worth it.
No, yeah.
Who are you referring to exactly?
I saw a bunch of the Eternals cast. I think I saw Richard Madden, and he's I think you work with. Do you work with Richard Madden? Is that right?
Yeah. We've been working with Richard since Eternals. Actually, I was brought onto Eternals through Angelina Jolie and met Kumail and Gianni, and we did a bit of a body transformation and we worked with Richard on that, and worked with Richard sort of ever since, and Kumail as well.
Yeah.
And then sort of onto Stranger Things with David Harbour, and he went through a big sort of transformation it was during COVID, so it was really tough. And it's been a big couple of years, that's for sure.
Now, break it down for the average Joe. The person who has a 9-to-5 job, someone who's isn't being paid millions of dollars to be in a movie, and their whole regime is to get ripped and get fit. How realistic are those body transformations for just a person who has a life and has commitments that they can't be 9-to-5 focused on just getting themselves into shape? Because this is
it is. I agree. It's a career, right? It's their job. It's really, I make no bones about it. It's hard, and whether it's the Marvel or the superhero like DC world or Marvel world or the whoever and whatever, you have the support. I'm brought in, not just me, but my team. I have chefs. I have physios. I have I've got even an infrared sauna, on set for recovery.
God. Okay.
it's not really it's serious, I suppose, because it's about resilience as well. It's about coming back and doing it every day. And you do have those films that you do have your shirtless scene or your sex scene or the whatever, you show a bit of flesh. But then you have other films with where you're topless the entire time, or for example with Barbie, with Ryan, he's got his shirt unbuttoned the entire time, or Margot, she's got to be looking good the entire film. So for consistency, it's really important. But to answer your question, yeah, it's not easy. And for I'm a dad of 3, 40.
You are not 40. You are not 40. You look like 28.
I'm 40.
Wow.
I've been living in. I'm Aussie, but I've been living in London for almost 20 years. So apart from the slight Aussie twang, the English twang that I've picked up over the years, unfortunately, my brothers will
roast you for that.
Trying to wrestle that off. Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Standard.
Yep, great.
They're in Sydney actually, but listen, it's hard, and we're all in this, and it's just doing what you can do. And I think that's kind of the mentality. And from my perspective, having 3 young kids and myself, I'm in it just so I can do the climbing frame every day. Yeah. The aesthetic is nice and fun, but it's not going to keep you fit, healthy, and pain-free for your whole life.
Sure.
You're not going to be 23 the whole time. So
okay,
it's hard.
Yeah. When it comes to like Ryan Gosling's abs in that Barbie, in that beach scene that I'm sure everyone is talking about, like what talk to me through like the regime that would be required to that. Is that like sit-ups daily? Is that like mad calorie deficit? Like what are the things that, like, as a guy, you see that and you go, man, I would love to rock those abs this summer. How do I get that?
There's intermittent fasting involved. There's like a water loading diet if you wanted to do that as well. And what that means is you load up sort of a week before, and you start almost reducing the amount of fluids that you have as you get through to that specific day or that specific hour. I think Hugh Jackman has actually talked about it a lot during his Wolverine movies. Not that I worked on them, but he's actually spoken a lot about that. And just keeping your diet super clean, getting the sleep in, not having any sugar, not having any alcohol, basically not having any fun.
Yeah, like there goes fun. Like you want to look good for summer, stop the fun now. Okay. All right, a couple more questions, just because, obviously people see this, they want to get motivated. Do you have something a tip that you could offload? Just just make it like 101 base level. Is it just exercise?
If you want to lose weight, is it you want to lose weight? If that's the goal, if you want to lose weight, put down the fork, meaning like reduce the amount of time that you're actually eating in the day. I'm a big fan of intermittent fasting. I think it's quite a natural way to survive and live, and you don't have to worry about any exclusion diets, what's good, what's not good these days, what's telling me should or shouldn't eat. I work within a 6-hour window every day.
You eat all your food within a 6-hour window?
Yeah.
Are you really awful in that last hour or 2 hours before you eat again? Like, is that do you get really grumpy? You're like, you just
I don't know. My wife might see otherwise, but I think I'm totally fine.
Okay, sure. Okay. 6-hour window. Okay. All right. Okay. That doesn't mean binge eat though in that 6 hours. It means you still got to pay attention to cals in and cals out, right?
Yeah, you can't eat crack on the extra Maccas and the extra large whatever milkshakes. You're not exactly going to get where you want to go if you're going to take that. But just have a think about is the best way I suppose the best advice I can say.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. I'm, as I said, I'm obviously you look at your Instagram page and I'm blown away by all of the people that you train. My one last question, I suppose, that I want to know is, with all of the celebrity transformations that you make, with Gosling's abs or Margot Robbie and a Barbie figure, do they look like that 365 days of the year, or do you train them to get them to a point for shooting on that one day in that one moment so that they look the best they can, and then they carry around a little bit more the rest of the year?
I think I always give advice to everybody, whether it's Margot or Ryan or Rich Madden or whoever I look after. Try and be about 2 or 3 weeks away from that specific scene.
Okay.
During the year.
Okay.
So you're gonna peak. It's a bit like Olympic athletes. You're not going to peak all year round or for the next 4 years. You're going to work to that moment, right? So no, it's not everybody looks the same all year round. That's crazy. But you can look or be at a nice holding pattern of about 2, 3, 4 weeks away from where you want to get to.
Okay, I like that. So if anyone listening right now, it's winter here. So if you've got a little bit of cushion from the winter, it's okay. You can get back there. You just don't ever get too far. Never get more than 4 weeks away from looking like Ryan Gosling. Okay, I can work with that. I can work with that. Hey man, thank you for jumping on. Appreciate it. Enjoy.
No worries.
Who are you going to go train today? Anything exciting? Are you going to do abs today? Is it chest day? Is it? I don't know. What are you doing today?
Oh, it's always an everyday day for me.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've got a pretty full diary.
Lovely. Well, I appreciate you making time for us, man. Thanks for jumping on.
Thanks for having me.
Smallsy Surgery
is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.